Friends, it's Dayna with Nellie DeeCee Crochet, and are you as excited as I am about the new Crochet Along, the Universe in Bloom by Scheepjes? I'd like to discuss with you a few of the things to either watch out for or things that I had to pay attention to and a few problems that I had that hopefully you can avoid by listening to my little chit chat about this. So first of all, I wanted to give you a quick overview of each of my rows of the Team Free Spirit that I picked from my mostly color crafter stash. Here is a quick picture collage of the rows that I did. Do 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 do. I wanted to discuss one particular row that I thought was going to be the easiest, easy breezy, which it was the easiest and it was the fastest until I got to the next row, the bobble row. The V-stitch row was the fastest and the easiest, but when I got to the bobble row, I realized I had missed a V. I don't know if you can see it, but I want you to just watch out for that. The good thing about crocheting is a lot of times you can fix a mistake without having to unravel everything. Here it is, right here, where the bobble, I didn't have enough V's, and when I recounted the bobbles, I didn't have enough bobbles, and I thought, what is going on with that? So I was able to put one little bobble right in here between these last two V's. Anyway, watch out for that. Don't get too sure of yourself and think, I've got this, and not really think about it, because you might make a similar mistake. Another thing I found out as I got to the dark purple, the bobbles, and then the lighter purple, I think I was a few bobbles into it with a different color. It might have been this lighter purple, and I thought, I don't really like how that looks, and I wanted the bobbles to pop out more and be a little bit more noticeable. So I went back to my stash and rambled around and came up with a little bit of a different color combination. So if you're going by your stash, don't hesitate to go back to it if you're not sure you're liking your color combination. Be sure and make good use of the Facebook group, because people ask all kinds of questions, and it's just such a great way to help each other out, learn from each other. I've gotten several pointers and tips in doing our Heart House swatch gauge piece. For example, I have not blocked mine yet, but I could tell even by measuring it unblocked that mine is way too big. So I'm going to do what several people suggested and go down 2 hook sizes. Let's see. I started out with the pink clover, my favorites, E 3.75 millimeters, but I'm going to go down to the D 3.25, and I'm actually going to start over. I'm not going to tear it out. I'm just going to start over as, I get more time further along, and I think I'll be happier with that size. So, you know what? Don't hesitate to do something like that. You don't have to tear it all out, not yet anyway, but consider going down a hook size. I just love a crochet along. I've done several Scheepjes crochet alongs. Let's see, Sophie's Universe was the first one. This is our son David with special needs. He loved posing with my Sophie. One, and I had never heard of a crochet along, had never heard of Scheepjes. I'm not even sure how I landed on it. I think it was just so popular that it kept popping up in my Facebook feed, and that is how I found the group and how I learned about Scheepjes and how I learned about a crochet along, and that was so fun. I learned so many stitches. So the great thing about a crochet along is that it's not a race. Be sure to go at your own pace so you don't make mistakes, don't feel pressure to keep up with the Joneses or keep up with, anybody else. You just go at your own pace. I've actually made several other projects, crochet alongs with Scheepjes. This one is absolutely one of my favorites. It's the Hygge Hygge. I can't remember. I don't know how to say it. But what I love about this shawl is that you cross stitch on top of single crochet, and it's just so beautiful. I couldn't bear to part with it. My sister loves it, and she always hints around, "Can I have that?" She doesn't actually say that, but I'm going to keep that one for myself. One day I might get another kit or more yarn to make another one because it was such a fun pattern. Then, of course, the Festival of Lights that I have hanging on my wall, I loved that one too. Boy, that was a doozy. But I really am happy about how it came out. Another one I did was the Ubuntu Bop, whatever it's called. And I ended up giving that one to my neighbor when she helped me out by taking care of our cat. And then there was another one I did. So all that to say, Scheepjes has some of the best crochet alongs. And you can check them out on their website if you've never seen the other ones. Also, you can see them on the Facebook group. I'll put those links down in the description. About these measurements, I kind of wish there were measurements along the way, like measurements for each row, at least for the swatch, the gauge piece. That would have been really helpful. But someone on the Facebook group has done that, and you can find it if you I think her name is Becky. If you look up Becky in the Facebook group, you'll probably find that. I think it's going to be really helpful for a lot of people. Let's talk about blocking. To block or not to block? Well, I am going to block when I get the piece, when I change hooks and kind of start over. But I do have a video on how to block that was helpful with another crochet along. I'll link that up here somewhere, however you do that. And I think that will help. I have a certain way that I like to block, so that video shows how I do it. I sure hope this video was helpful and fun. I'm trying to learn how to talk faster because I actually talk slowly normally like this. But I know that it's a lot more interesting if someone is talking faster and you can pay attention better. Let me know in the comments what you think of the video and things that you thought about in the swatch gauge piece, the heart house. That might be helpful for either new crocheters, someone new to the crochet along. That would be great. I'll see you on another video. The next one will be for the first week, which actually starts today, and I cannot wait to go see what it looks like. I'm Dayna with Nellie DeeCee Crochet, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.